Hey everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today I'm going to be doing something new. This is a Target buy and it's from Mondo Llama. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in. And for my new viewers, please consider subscribing, share, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and click on that notification bell for future videos. So today, you guys, I'm going to be doing a Target crochet kit. So Mondo Llama is exclusive to Target. If you had missed, I did a video of another Mondo Llama doing pumpkins. This one is going to be a tote or a bag. So they're calling this a crochet tote kit. It's really close right now because this box is pretty wide and thick. So inside it's gonna have all the materials to make a bag. So I wish I could show you the image. I'm gonna try to see if I can, because my recording station, you guys, maybe someday when my channel kicks off a little better, I can, you know, get a better filming area, but it's supposed to make this bag. So if you're in the Target area, check out the craft section. They've got random crafts. They also have crochet kits. So if there is a crochet kit request from Target, feel free to let me know. And I'll try to find it in mine, if not the Target website. If I can't find it, you know, try to go ahead and send me the instructions and I'll be able to help you with it. Alright, so I'm just trying to move this box a little bit up more. Alright, just for a brief moment, we've got some cute colors happening here. This is all going to be done in, I guess they call them granny squares, and it looks like it's going to be using the same stitch all the way around. So this one might be a fun one. So let me open this box, and I didn't notice, but it looks like the box had already been ripped. So I got this long time ago. I really hope that all the items are in this box, because there's no chance to go back and say, hey, can you give me, oh, let's flip the box upside down actually. See, here's the squares that you're gonna make. It comes with these yarns. It's looking like it's coming with a tapestry needle, a plastic hook. Okay. So includes 780 yards of yarn in 5 colors, plastic crochet hook, needle, and guidebook. Alright, I love the books. I don't like going to websites and getting PDFs or videos. I mean, I know that's what you guys are doing with me, but because I'm more of a, you know, physical book learner, I guess. So here we have our white. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skeins or spools of yarn, of white yarn. We have an orange, a pink, a yellow, and a blue. How cute is that? So we're gonna have some really nice, like, springy tote. I'm all about that. Alright, let me do a quick switcheroo. I'm gonna put these yarns back into the box, but I want to get the instructions and the needles. Oh, and it's like in there. It's the same size box. They pretty much packed it to where there's no lost space. Alright. Just dump my yarn back in here. Comment below, let me know if you've seen this kit, if you have this kit. Let me know if you started it, if you finished it, all that jazz. But here we have the instruction book. It's fairly thick. We have the hook, plastic. We're looking at 5 millimeters, which is a nice thick size actually. And then we have a really big tapestry needle. Save this guy for your curtains. All right. So, step-by-step guidebook. Let's see. This is what it's supposed to look like. So I'm really excited to see this completed. All right, materials needed. It's nice that they tell you this. You need scissors, ruler, and a tape measure, or a tape measure. Stitches needed: slip knot, chain stitch, slip stitch, single crochet, double crochet. This guidebook will help you crochet your tote. Okay, whether you're new or not. Practice stitches. This is your section as needed before starting your project. Oh, there's a practice session you can do. Make a mistake, simply remove your hook and unravel your stitches. That I've never seen. And that's where I wish a lot of kids would say this, because as a beginner, you don't know if you can make a mistake. People ask me all the time, why do you leave mistakes in your video? Because you can. And that's the best part of crochet. You make a mistake. If you crochet neatly and cleanly, you can easily remove all those. Like I liked a yarn that I used, and I can't find it anymore, or I'm too lazy to go out and I'm not really feeling this project anymore. I'll undo the whole thing to save my yarn. No shame in that game. So this is a good thing to say. If you make a mistake, simply remove your hook and unravel your stitches and insert your hook into the loop and try again. Love that. Colors are shown as an example. Choose your own mix of colors, make it your own, and this is what I like too. You don't have to be constrained to the yarn that they give you, especially if the quality of the yarn isn't that great. You can always go out to a hobby store and they have a million colors, you guys. I can spend all day at a hobby store. I'm not allowed to, actually, but once upon a time I was a yarnaholic, and I had totes filled, like plastic bins, big plastic bins filled with yarn, and now I only have it down to 2, but I am starting a new one because of this channel, so let's say 3. Okay, so we have these stitches here. It looks like it gives you a full page of how to. So there might not need a need for this video, because I feel like I really like this. They really spent the time. Although I don't remember how much I spent on it. It could have been 15 bucks or more. I honestly can't tell you. This was a while back. But so far it's really nice. I really like it. Alright, granny square pattern and assembly. Granny square pattern round 1. Okay. Illustrations and step-by-step. Round 1 stitches worked into middle ring. You'll be working counterclockwise. Yes, always counterclockwise. Round 2. Alright, so it's really showing you step-by-step in each page, which is wonderful. Okay. And then round 5 for white. And then they tell you to do it so many times. You know, count your squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You probably won't need me. Join your squares together in pattern above. See black lines using single crochet on the wrong side of the squares. Next, join the squares with marked red lines together, and then blue lines. Okay, you might need me a little bit. Finish top edge stitch. Ooh. Okay. Weave the ends, adding handles. Alright. Let's get this show on the road. So, it seems like all I need to do is show you how to do one granny square, and then we can come back in and I'll show you assembly. Alright. So it said something about the colors, that it's just illustrative. The colors are only shown as examples. Okay, so it looks like this is yellow, next one's blue, next one's pink, after that is orange, and then white. Okay, so let's get the yellow. Okay. So this is another pro tip. You want to grab from the inside. And I know there's no possible way to see the end, but I just come in here and I grab a chunk eventually you'll get the end on the inside. Oh shoot, you didn't even see that. Sorry about that, my lamp got in the way. Alright, like I said, what I like to do, I just grab a chunk. I went in here and just grabbed a chunk. You want to get the end on the inside so that it keeps it from rolling when you pull, because if you pull yarn from the outside, it's going to start rolling. But pulling yarn on the inside keeps it from rolling. And I know I just pulled out a large clump, but we'll be able to get rid of that at some point. Okay, just want to make sure that that other end isn't in here somewhere, but I think because it's out like this, it's still in there. Sometimes you get it good and you get the other end real quick. Other times you will get a clump like this, and that's fine. You can temporarily wrap it around the outside of your skein there. Okay, so it's still in here somewhere. Okay, there, I just pulled it out. All right, we can set this aside. All right, deal with that until it's done, but once you get it coming straight out of the inside of the spool, you won't have to deal with it rolling. And I just love that. Okay, so we're gonna do a slip knot. All right, so you can do it the way that they show you in the book. I didn't really take a look at that. I'm just gonna do it the way that I know how to do it. So take your ring, pinky and thumb. We're gonna hold one end here, then take your middle and index, and you're gonna hold it about an inch apart. We're gonna take our hook, lie it perpendicular to the yarn. We're gonna go down, out, and around to make a loop around our hook. We can slide it up and down like this. You want to slide it towards your left thumb, and then take your right middle finger and just hold it where it crosses, so you can let go of your left hand. Gather up some yarn around your finger, and then we're going to pinch the end here, and we're going to slide our hook back down close to our left thumb. And where it crosses, just pinch it with your middle finger. So we have it stabilized now. So after this, we're going to do a yarn over, which is pretty much this strand over the hook. So yarn over like that. Then we're going to take this strand and pull it through this loop. Like that. All right, now we can overhand our hook, repinch the end. We're going to push this knot close to our left thumb, and you want to keep pushing until the knot is too close to move, or until you hit your thumb. Once you get to that point, we're going to take our middle and thumb and just pull out this excess piece a little bit more to get that knot snug. So once you do that, you can grab on your knot. We're going to slide it close to our hook. All right. We're going to leave some space here because we are going to do our beginning stitches, and that's our slip knot, or casting onto our hook. So start with the slip knot A, chain 4, then slip stitch the first chain B, forming a ring C. Wow, very broken down. I'm going to get some of this here. I'm going to chain 4. Alright, so I didn't actually mention this earlier, but for every new stitch I will go step by step 3 times. Thereafter I'll just go my normal speed. I'll also go through each instruction with you so that we know what we're doing. If you need to speed up or slow down the video, click on the gear button in the corner of the screen. You can change the playback buttons from slow to fast. If you don't need to hear me talk, you can lower the volume on your device, and then there's a CC closed caption button. Alright, so let's do a chain stitch. So to do a chain stitch, all you need to do is yarn over with this yarn here, like that, and then you're going to pull this strand through this loop, like that, and that's one chain. That simple. So each chain is going to look like a braid. So if I kind of pull this, you can see that there's loops on each side making that braid look, and then behind it is a little hump. So that's how you know you're doing it right. All right, so now we just got to do another one. So yarn over, pull this through the loop, and now we have 2 chains, and you have your little 2 humps in the back. All right, one more time with you guys. Yarn over, and then pull this through the loop. So now we have 3 chains. Flip it over, we have our 3 humps, and then I'm going to do one more. 1. So we have our 4 stitches. Turn it to its back, you have the 4 humps. You can kind of see there. Now the next step is we're going to do a slip stitch to the first chain, forming a ring. So the way that I do this is I don't like messing up with the braid. I like to try to keep it as much as I can, whether or not it's exposed or not. But I'm going to turn it to its back side. I'm going to count 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to stick the hook in the 4th stitch using the back hump only. So here's the stitch. You normally would put it here, but that ruins the braid. I like to put it in the back hump here so it doesn't ruin the braid. So put your hook into the 4th stitch. I want to try to lay this excess piece over the hook as well so that I can maybe hide this in my stitch if I can. It might be too short, but to do a slip stitch, you're just going to yarn over like that, and we're going to pull this through all the loops off your hook. Just like that. So we've created our slip stitch, making our ring. All right, so now we have to chain 3, A. This will count as the first double crochet stitch of the series of 3 double crochets. All right, so then we're going to make 2 double crochets into the center of the ring, chain 2, and then create 3 more double crochets in the corner of the ring. Repeat this 3 more times to create round 1B. Slip stitch at the top of the first 3 chains you made to join the row here at C. Cut working yarn leaf tail about 6 inches long and pull the yarn fully through working loop on your hook. This is referred to as fastening off. Ooh, nice. And will secure your stitches. Note, you will weave in the tails when you're done. All right, so let's do this. So let's chain 3. So yarn over, pull through 1. Oh, and oh no, that's just a pill on the yarn there. 2, 1 more, 3. This is going to count as 1 double crochet stitch. Now I'm going to show you how to make a double crochet stitch. So you want to yarn over. We're going to put your hook through this loop right here. So put it into the loop. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. So now we have 3 loops on our hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then we're going to yarn over again, and you're going to pull through those 2 loops, and that's how you make a double crochet stitch. So we just have to do 1 more for this side. So yarn over, put your hook into the circle like that. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So as you see, we now have 3 double crochet stitches. This 3 chain is considered as a double crochet stitch. So now we're going to do 2 chains. So yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull up a loop. Now we're going to do 3 more double crochet stitches. So yarn over, put your hook into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, so now we just have to do this 2 more times. Double crochet stitch, and 1, and then 1 more, 2. Oops, try not to slip out of your stitches. Okay, so now we have another 3 double crochet stitches. We're going to do 2 single, we're going to do 2 chains, sorry. 1, 2, and now we got to do 3 double crochet stitches again. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we have our 3 double crochet stitches. We're going to do 2 chains. 1, 2. I have a little thread. Okay. Then we're going to do our last 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Then we're going to do 2 chains. 1, 2. All right, and then we're going to do our slip stitch to make the row. And we're going to do this at the top of our 3rd stitch that we did in the very beginning. So here we have 1, 2, 3. So we're going to put our hook here. And what you want to do this time, you want to put it just under the braid. So as we mentioned, the braid has 2 loops. This is 1, oops, 1, and then here's the other one. Okay, so you see how it's like a V or 2 loops. I just have it just under the braid, and then we're going to do a slip stitch, and that's basically doing a yarn over and pulling through all loops off the hook. Okay, and we've completed our 1st round. Okay, and it also tells you how to fasten off. So, cut working yarn, leaving a tail about 6 inches long, which I feel is very long. But, you know, if that's what they want you to do, that's what they want you to do. Let me go grab, I have a ruler here. I also have tape measure, but I can't see it close to me at the moment. So we just have to measure 6 inches, and it's always good to measure this out, especially when you buy kits, because you never know if they give you just the right amount of yarn. Sometimes they don't even give you enough yarn, but I'm going to measure out 6 inches, and I'm going to cut it right here. Okay, and then to fasten off, you're going to do a yarn over, and you're going to pull this through the loop, and then you're going to continue to pull all the way out, and then we're going to come back in. You see this loop here? We're going to tighten that loop by just pulling on it until you can't pull anymore. Okay, so we just fastened off, and then we're going to, it says we're going to weave the tails when we're done. But I'm going to actually show you how to fix this, to hide this better instead of weaving. Weaving takes forever. You might have to weave some, but I'll show you how to do something else here. Alright. And this is what it's supposed to look like when it's done. I like that they do that. So, let's move on to round 2. I'm going to put my yellow away. We're going to grab our blue here. And same thing, this is the outside end. I don't want to pull that. I want to pull the inside of the yarn. This time I only pulled out a little bit, but I think because I saw it, I had a feeling this strand was going to be it. So this is what I'm talking about. Nice pull. You don't need to worry about it spinning everywhere. Alright, so we're going to do into any 2 chain space. Okay, so I'm going to do actually a slip knot. I don't think it said it. Attach the next color of your choice into any 2 chain space. The space created 2 chains from round 1 using a slip stitch. Oh, it does. Alright, so let's do a slip stitch again. You're going to be pros by the time this video is done. We're going to do the ring and pinky and thumb, hold one end. Index and ring, hold the yarn apart. Put your hook perpendicular to the yarn. We're going to go down, out, and around. You can slide this up and down. Slide your hook down towards your thumb. Take your middle finger on your right and hold it where it crosses so we can let go of our left. You're going to gather up some yarn around your finger here. Repinch the end. We're going to slide our hook farther down close to our thumb on the left, and you want to pinch where it crosses with your middle finger so that your hook can no longer slide up and down. I'm going to yarn over, and then I'm going to pull this through the loop. Okay, then we're going to overhand the hook, and then I'm going to repinch that end. I'm going to push this knot close to my left thumb, and you want to push to where the knot can no longer move. And once you get to that point, you can take the end piece and pull that out just a little bit more to tighten up that knot. Not too tight. We're going to grab the knot and slide it close to the hook. And you want to be able to leave some space here. Okay, so it says we can start at any 2 chain space. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So any of this 4. This is how I'm going to tuck the yellow, at least most of it, away. Okay. And I don't know why they say 6 inches. Let me just look ahead. I don't want to like screw up something. But 6 inches just seems way too long. Yeah, because we use a completely different color to put these pieces together. Alright. So I'm going to show you how to crochet into your the tails into your project. Alright, hold on a second. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to tuck away this yellow tail with the blue. So we have to chain 3, right? So it says stick to any 2 chain space, which is either this one, this one, this one. I want to put it in this one because this is the closest to where that tail is in a counterclockwise direction. Alright, so we're going to do our chain 1, which is yarning over like we've done. I want to make sure that this tail is lying right across these stitches, right across the hook. To tuck this away, you just lie it across the hook and you can stitch this piece together. So yarn 1, pull up a loop, and we're going to pull through this loop here to chain 1. Okay, But actually, we just slip stitch this. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to yarn over and we're going to slip stitch this on here, pull up a loop, and then pull through this loop here. So we're slip stitching that onto our granny square. Then we're going to chain 3. So yarn over, pull up a loop, 1, yarn over, pull up a loop, 2, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3. So we have our 3 chains. Now, alright, it'll count as the first double crochet in the series of 3 double crochets stitches, followed by 2 more double crochet stitches in the same space. So in this space, we're going to do 2 more double crochet stitches, and every time that we do a stitch, we're going to lay that yellow tail across the hook so that we can stitch that together in our project. So we're going to yarn over, put your hook into the space, yarn over again, you're going to pull up a loop, so now you have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So now we have 2 double crochet stitches. We gotta do 1 more. So yarn over into that same space, yarn over again, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So we have 3 double crochet stitches. So then it says chain 2 and make 3 more double crochet stitches. So chain 2, 1, 2, then we're going to do 3 double crochet stitches, and again, don't forget to lay this tail across from the hook so that we can crochet that into the project. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, oh, make sure you clear your yarn, you don't want to split it. Alright, so note the 2 chain spaces are forming the corners of each round, as you can see here. Make 3 double crochet stitches in the next 2 chain space. Okay, so we're gonna make another 3 double crochet stitches. I'm going to, if you want, okay, if we just hold this across, we're going to be able to see this extra piece there. I should have done it on this side, darn it. Oh well. Alright, you could do that, but this is what you're going to see, right? So what we can do, take your hook and stick it into the next stitch. We're going to yarn over with the yellow tail. You're going to pull it out all the way out. Then we're going to, from the back, put in your hook into the next stitch. We're going to yarn over and you're going to pull that through all the way out. Okay, and that we're going to do that moving forward so that we can weave in this tail, and I just am really upset because now we have this little thing. You could just take it all out and put this, weave this in, but I'm just gonna move forward. So yarn over, we're gonna go into the next 2 chain space here in the corner, and we're gonna do 3 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. I split it. Okay. All right. Followed by 2 chains and 3 more double crochet stitches. Repeat this until you reach the final 2 chain space. Okay. So chain 2, 1, 2, 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to stick your hook into the chain here, the stitch here, yarn over with the yellow tail, pull it all the way out. Then we're going to come in through the back, and we're going to yarn over and pull that through all the way out. And then we're going to start our next group of 3 double crochet stitches. So yarn over, and let's do 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and we're going to do another 3. Okay. Again with the yellow, we're going to stick in our hook to the next stitch. Yarn over and pull that all the way out. Come in from behind, put in your hook in the next stitch, yarn over and pull that all the way out. Alright. Alright, and then we just have to do this last corner here. So yarn over, 3 single crochet stitches, 1, 2, 3. We're going to chain 2, 1, 2. I'm going to do 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. I'm going to go in and try to weave in this last bit here. Getting a little disappointed. Maybe I can tangle this, because I forgot this part. Let's see, let's try putting our, I'm gonna try to weave this in so I can hide that little piece, if that makes any sense. Or at least tucked it in the back there. So at least I have that. Alright, and then we're going to have to do a slip stitch at the top of the first 3 chains that we made to join the row. So again, we're going to count our 3rd stitch, 1, 2, 3. We're going to stick our hook just under the braid of the 3rd chain at the top here. Okay. Then I'm going to do a slip stitch, so yarn over. We're going to pull this through all the loops off the hook. Whoops. Okay. I'm going to measure my 6 inches with my ruler. Okay, and then we're going to fasten this off by yarning over, pulling it through the loop but all the way out. We're going to tighten this up, and we just finished our second round. You can put away this blue. Let's see what color we're going to do next. Right, I'm going to go grab my pink. Okay, and then here I'm going to try grabbing, I think this might be another easy one to pick. Let's see. Yep. Let me get that end here. Let's do, let me show you one more time how to do a slip knot. So pinky and ring and thumb, hold the end. With index and middle, hold it apart. Take your hook, lie it perpendicular to the yarn, go down, out, and around. So you can slide your hook up and down. Slide it down to your thumb. Use your middle finger on your right hand to hold it where it crosses. Let go of your left hand. We're going to gather up some yarn here. Then repinch the end. Slide your hook close to your thumb again. Once you get to your thumb, pinch where it crosses with your middle finger so that you can't move your hook up or down anymore. Then we're going to yarn over, and you're going to pull that through the loop. And then we're going to overhand the hook, repinch the end piece. We're going to push the knot close to your left thumb. Keep pushing until the knot gets closed. Keep pushing till the knot gets to the point where it's closed. Or till it hits your thumb and you can't move it anymore. And once you get to this spot, you can take your middle and thumb and pull out that excess piece just a little bit more to make this knot nice and snug. Then you can move the knot close to your hook, leaving some space so that we can do our next stitches. So the process repeats on the remaining rounds. See diagrams. Note that the only two chain spaces are double crochet sets that are forming the corners. Okay, so this, like I said, it's using the same stitch. It's pretty straightforward. I am going to walk you through this with you until we get this square done, and then I'll leave you at your own devices. So again with this, like I said, we are going to crochet this tail around the square. So what I didn't do before that I wished I did do with the yellow was let's weave this blue tail through these couple of stitches. So stick your hook into the next stitch here where the where this tail is. So stick your hook in there. We're gonna yarn over, and you're gonna pull this out all the way. Then we're gonna come in from the back, stick your hook in the next stitch over. We're gonna yarn over and pull this out all the way. Okay, and then we're going to do our slip stitch to attach the pink, but we're also going to lay the tail across the hook so that we can crochet it together. So stick your hook into this space like that, lay this blue piece across the hook like this. We're going to yarn over with the pink, pull up a loop, and then we're going to pull through this pink loop here to do the slip stitch. And then now we can start our 3 double crochet stitches. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. We have our 3. Now this counts as one double crochet stitch, so now we just have to do 2 more. So do 2 double crochet stitches. Make sure that you keep this excess piece lying across your hook like this. Okay, 1, 2, and then we're going to make our 2 chain space. So do 2 chains, 1, 2, and then we're going to go back to 3 double crochet stitches, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so no chain spaces anymore until we get to the next corner, but I am going to be sticking my hook in between these 2 groups of 3. So but before we do that, let's not forget, let's weave in this blue tail. So stick your hook into the next stitch. We're going to yarn over with the blue, and we're going to pull that all the way out. Then we're going to come in from behind, put in your hook, we're going to yarn over with the blue and pull that all the way out. And then now we're going to do our 3 double crochet stitches with the pink. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now that we have this, let's make sure that we clear the yarn. I'm pulling something, I can feel it, so I'm just going to undo it and redo it. But you can tell if you snagged it. If you can't break free from it, then just start over. Alright, before we do the next 3 double crochet stitches, I'm going to weave this blue tail in by going into the next stitch, yarning over with the blue. We're going to pull this all the way out. Then we're going to come in from the back. We're going to yarn over and pull that all the way through. And then we're going to do our next 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to do our next 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So from here on out, we're going to repeat the same thing. We're going to do a next 3 double crochet stitches, but we're going to be weaving the blue tail in between these stitches here all the way around. I will meet you, I'm going to do the rest in silence, but I'll meet you when we get to here so that we can do our slip stitch. So let me just Alright, I totally, as you saw, I did the slip knot, forgetting that I was going to come back in and do it. Alright, so once you've went around and completed the pink, the last thing to do is do a slip stitch on the top, on the third chain, top third chain of this double crochet. So we're going to count 3, 1, 2, 3, and you want to put the hook right under the braid here, and then a slip stitch. All it is yarning over and pulling through all the loops off your hook. Okay, and from this point we are going to grab our ruler, measure out 6 inches, and then we're going to cut this, and then we're going to start our next color, which will be the orange. So this is fairly easy. I'm really liking this bag at the moment. Putting it together might be a different thing, but anyway, I did the fasten off and I'm tightening this up. I want to put away my pink and I'm going to go grab my orange. Okay, and then I'm just going to try to pull out. Ooh, I got that right away. Fun stuff. Okay, and then we're gonna do a slip knot, and I've done this 3 times already. You can always go back and check out how I did it, but now that I'm just doing this kind of on my own while I'm talking, you can see how much faster I can do this after you've figured out how to do it. So you might not be fast today, but you'll definitely be faster tomorrow. Okay. And again, same thing. I'm going to weave in this stuff. And I think that's such a great, I mean, it takes a bit, but it's a great solve to weave this in. I guess the 6 inches is to make sure that this thing is, you don't lose your stitches. But alright, so we're going to slip stitch in here. Go into your corner right here. Stick in your hook. Make sure the pink is lying across the hook. We're going to yarn over and you're going to pull up a loop, and then you're going to pull that loop through the loop on your hook. Okay, and then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do 2 double crochet stitches. Okay. Then we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. Then we're going to do 3 double crochet stitches, again keeping your pink yarn across the hook. 1, 2, and 3. And then now we're not going to do 2 chain spaces, but we're going to come across this row here. So just stick your first we're going to weave in the pink. So get into the next stitch, pull it all the way out. Okay. Then we're just going to go in between these groups of 3, put in your hook, we're going to yarn over, we're going to complete our double crochet stitch, and we're doing 3 of these. So they're all groups of 3 double crochet stitches. Okay, no spaces again, but we are going to weave the pink into our granny square. Okay. Right, then we're going to go into this space and do another set of 3 double crochet stitches. Make sure you clear your yarn. Okay. Then we're going to weave again the pink. Right, then we're going to do our last set of 3 double crochet stitches for this row. Right, we're going to do 2 chain space and then do another set of 3. Okay, so again, you guys, I'm going to complete the rest of the sides of this granny square. This time I am just going to slip stitch it closed, and then we'll move on to the next colors. So this is what it's looking like, and I like that it really looks the same. Always good, right? Alright, so now that we got this far, I think the last bit of it is the white right here. So let me swap out my yellow, let me put back, my orange spool, and I'm going to get the white one. Alright, so here's the white one. You see a little loop. Sometimes you can tell, sometimes you can't. This may not be it, but like I said, just, we're just gonna pull it anyway. And we might find the end. I think I found it. Yep. So here it is. Now, like the previous page said, it's the same thing. We're just gonna do the white. I'm just gathering all of this up because it's out from the skein already, so might as well just wrap it all up on my finger. Right, and I'm gonna grab the hook, and I'm gonna do my slip knot. Okay. Again, you can always rewind how I did that. We've done this 4 times already. Alright, I went in ahead and I weaved in the first parts, and then I'm going to do my slip stitch to attach my white. Okay. Then I'm going to do my chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Do the 2 double crochet stitches while lying this across your hook. 1 and 2. Then we're going to do our chain 2. 1, 2. Then we're going to do our 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm going to weave in the orange, and what I did last time, I think I just weaved it into all of them, so I didn't have to keep stopping to do this. So what I'm going to do now is just weave it in and out of my stitching. And by the way, this yarn, it feels nice and soft. So after you wash this, this is probably going to get so much softer, which I don't think is a bad thing at all. We'll see how the strength of it goes. I don't think this is intended to put heavy objects in here, but I'm really liking the feel. And granny squares are great. You can make so many things out of it. As you can imagine, you can probably make a blanket just by using this pattern. Okay, so again, we're going to do what we did. I'm going to go through one row with you, and then I'll go in silence. So 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Right. Next bank of 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Right. Next one. 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to hit the corner, 3 double crochet stitches, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to do our 2 chains stitch, or 2 chains, I don't know why I said that, and then 3 double crochet stitches, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And while I'm here, I'm just going to weave in this tail. Okay, so we've got this one side down. I'm going to do the other 3. I'm also going to slip stitch this closed. We're going to come back. I'm going to probably end the video after I complete this square, because as you see, we got to do this a number of times before we can sew it together. So I'd rather have this first part of the video out, and then we'll do a part 2. But that is it, you guys. This is going to be really cool. But why is this different colors? They switched the colors on us? Alright, when we're doing one square, I'm going to look through this and see if it tells you to alternate the colors. Alright, so let's do this in silence. Alright, so here's my finished square. It's still kind of stiff. Not that it's stiff, but when you first crochet stuff, it's not gonna easily lie flat, especially if the yarn is nice and light and fluffy. But anyway, I want to find out though if we're supposed to alternate colors. So okay, well, join your squares together in the pattern above. See black lines using single crochet on the wrong side of the squares, which would be this. So see how we have seen all these double crochet stitches. They're nice, they're kind of uniform. You can tell them apart really, like individually. If you flip it over, it gets a little muddy, you know. Hopefully it is to you. Maybe to me it's muddy. But this is the wrong side. So the side that we've been looking at this whole entire time is the right side. They want you to single crochet it looking at the wrong side. Okay. Next, join the squares with marked with red lines together and the blue lines. Okay. Okay. And I'll do my part 2 sewing, crocheting that together. Single crochet along the top edge of the bag, crochet 2 single crochet in 2 chain spaces on the edge. Okay. Use the tapestry needle to weave your ends. Make sure to weave in at least 2-inch lengths and vary in direction to help ensure that it stays. When done, it's safe to trim off all ends. Okay, use white yarn and slip knot to your hook and attach to top chain 2 space. Make 3 chains. Okay, that's a little read that again later. Alright, but clearly we can see there's some variation. I say instead of starting the way that we do some squares like this, well, let's count the number of squares. I think it was 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. So do 13 of these. You can strategically plan it to where it looks interesting, or you can say every 2 or every 3 I'm going to have it look like this, and then the next block I'll alternate the color a little bit. So that's what I'm guessing is going to happen, but this is the end result for one granny square, you guys. And so I'd like for you, homework, to go back and do this 12 more times and rotate your colors as you like. And when we do part 2, we're going to sew this all together. If we have time, we will get to the handles, and that's going to be it. So comment below, let me know what you think. Again, do you use Mondo Llama? Have you done this? Do you have it right now, thinking about doing it? Are you struggling with it? Have you finished it, and what does it look like? But anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for watching. This is Isms by Josie. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.